Hey again, Game Hunter here, and we're going to start on the second leg of this tutorial for Hell's Arena. Moving on to Ultraviolence. And getting to Hell's Arena Ultraviolence, it can be a little if you're not used to Ultraviolence in general, but learning how to effectively deal with enemies using cover, things like corner shooting, luring out the enemies, Hell's Arena on Ultraviolence is a perfect place to practice that. This time around I'll do rapid fire again. As I've said numerous times, shotgun builds don't really need anything in particular, so if I choose a rapid fire build it really won't hinder if I actually end up using shotguns. So let's see what we get. Oh, wow, they're really coming out in droves. Let's approach this a little more careful. Alright, cool, that's one down, and the other one ran in there. Yeah, he'll be coming after the other med pack, so I always close that door. If somebody opens that door, then I'll know about it. A lot easier to deal with. Just wait a few more times, just in case. Okay. Wrong thing to drop. Okay. Okay, so it looks like there's other guys in there. But if you notice, that was my first hit. I took 1 damage there. That was a good Ultraviolence run. Hopefully a good omen for the things to come at this point. So let's see what we get here. Smell of Massacre, Shiver from Cold. So I won't. If I find the lever switch, I'm going to have to make a judgment call on whether or not I'm actually going to want to pull it. Because if I pull it and a lot of enemies haven't been killed, I have to worry about how much ammo I'm going to have for Hell's Arena. And you don't need a lot. Honestly, just a couple stacks of shotgun shells can get you through it. And it looks like I got my chain gun, so that's cool. Won't be using it at the moment since I don't have Eagle Eye, but let's see if there's any formers I can lure out this way. Get the Eagle Eye. I guess the rest are imps. Sometimes there's enemies that kind of block other enemies' passage. Yeah. Crap, I just had a small med pack. Okay, so I guess, yeah, there it is. Lucky me. Oh, I got hit there anyway. The acid will keep him at bay, so I can just shoot him without even having to worry about him. Anyway, let's take care of the guys over here. There's undoubtedly some. That's probably most of them. Ooh, combat shotgun. So this should be a pretty easy run. I'll just drop the other weapons. See what computer map gives us. Okay, so I should have enough. And that's the lever. Well, that's potentially one of the lever killing switches. Yeah, let's use it. And that wasn't it. That was a barrel exploding one. And that actually ended up destroying the lever killings. The floor killing lever. Ow. But there aren't that many enemies left anyway. Excluding vaults, there's usually only about, by the time you finish the second floor, you usually have 2.5 levels worth of experience. Okay, I have a good number of small med packs, etc. And this should be okay. I mean, dealing with Hell's Arena, when you're used to it, is pretty simple as long as you get a good cover spot and you don't get screwed on the spawns. So I'm going to start with a chain gun, because if there is a Cacodemon, I can just instantly kill him. If there's more than one, then I'll have to start running. So let's see what happens. Same message, of course. Okay, there's no enemies immediately in my vision. So I'm going to just try to stay out of everybody's way while the Cacodemons converge. Huh, yeah, sometimes they're like that. So let's see if I can hit one. down. It's going to be hard to get away from these guys. Just if you stay near the boundaries, that's usually far enough away for the Cacodemons not to be in your vision. Okay, here's a decent spot. So... as good as I hoped. Yeah, he's going to be able to hit me from there, so... employ... Oh, he didn't even chase me. Sometimes they don't. There's the other one. Yeah, I'm not level 3 yet, so the chain gun's dealing its utmost damage. You do have to be very careful, though. Sometimes they're just a big pain in the ass. This isn't a good spot, but it's the best I have. And unfortunately, that means we gotta deal with these guys. It's much harder to deal with them in general. Although combat shotgun is a great way to just kill them off. So level 3, pick up the second level son of a bitch, and this should make it a lot easier to breeze through. Let's see what the last demon is. And if you can start near an edge when a wave finishes up, that's always ideal, because then you can just let the enemies converge to the center. So I didn't mention the whole wave 1 stuff. You hear screams everywhere. Yeah, blah blah blah, determination. I'll just read it in the message buffer. Here. Yeah, he says, "Not bad, mortal, for the weakling that you are. You show some determination." Voice continues, "I can now let you go free, or you may try to complete the challenge. Do you want to continue the fight?" And he's like, "I like it. Let the show go on." So there's a demon immediately issued there. So, and if you notice, we have a pillar over here. This is a much better pillar cover because it's right around the center, and you know, you can just kind of move out a couple times, and there he is. If you can kill them outside of their reach, do it. Yeah, so impressive, mortal. Your determination to survive makes me excited. And, you know, the whole small reward, or I can just fight for the final challenge. Alright, so let's see what we get. And it sounds like, yeah, it's kind of weird. Sometimes the combat shotgun will end up hitting something in between. Well, before and after that message appears, because the turn is still technically going on. The hit scan is still performing its sweep after you finish the messaging. So, I'll have to deal with him rather immediately, and let's see if I can do that. In case you don't know, it's a Baron of Hell, so... yeah, there he is. Guy can be a real pain. Now, like the Cacodemons, they will tend to converge to the center, except they'll also go after all the ammo packs lying around. So. And there's the other one. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. So, I will be moving towards the left. Either way, it was possible that he could have splashed me. Ow. So. But I made my way out. I'll be using a med pack just in case. I don't want to accidentally take a shot and then die. So let's fuel up my combat shotgun and let's try to kill him. Okay, there he is. I don't know exactly where he is, but I think he can probably hit me from there. Now, unlike the Cacodemons, the Barons are a lot smarter when it comes to chasing you. So now he might, yeah, one of the expectations I had was that he was going to go after the ammo packets. They love to do that if you're not exactly in vision. But he'll come after me immediately after. So there we go. Barons weren't too bad because I had rapid fire. Combat shotgun can make it a little more difficult because it takes far more shots to kill them. But if you have the right cover, it's a lot easier. So So that takes care of that. Ironically, I would say that that run went a lot better than than the one for Hey Not Too Rough. But, well, you can make that decision for yourself, I suppose. Let's see if I got everything. Large med pack. I haven't gotten the blue armor yet. Always pick up the supercharge last, because once you do, you just want to make a run for the stairs. So the decay from supercharge and having over 100% health is 5 seconds per 1 HP. So if you run, that'll make it less. That'll make it decay less. All right, so that's the UV portion, and next part of the tutorial, I will be attempting marksmanship on UV. That can be a lot more challenging. Although, if you get the right kind of cover, it pretty much plays out like these two. The only trouble you really have is with the barons, but you'll be seeing that in the next video. See you there.